What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Court of the Celtic Wyvern King as we jump back into our Theros 5e campaign, A God's Challenge. Let's see who's possibly going to meet their god today. Because Deimos has come close a couple times.
Yeah, I met mine that one time, but that was well, I thought I did. It was just like some bad water.
Mm-hmm. That was a trip for you.
Oh yeah.
All right, but we're gonna go ahead and go around and say who you are, who you play, and yeah, we'll stick with that for now. So let's go ahead and do Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay or Ducky. I go by Boo Jay mostly online, and today I am playing Colette, the Satyr cleric of oh goodness, oh no, my god, Karametra, Satyr cleric of Karametra. That's who I'm playing today. I'm excited.
That's kind of like a novel idea for a character, a cleric who can't remember which god they worship.
Oh, which one was it?
Yeah, and they know they're connected to them. They just can't remember what in the hell's which one it is.
Yeah.
Ideas.
But a cleric with amnesia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a returned. Anyway, let's go Miles.
Hello, everybody. I am Miles, aka Turquoise Bard, and tonight I will be playing Leandros, the human bard of lore and worship and devotee of Ifara. And in case if I have like a minor cold, so if I'm sniffling or clearing my throat a bit during stream, that's why.
I was like, it's all good, dude. It's fucking allergy season for most of us too. So
yeah. It's been raining. It's been raining a lot up where I am for the past couple of days.
All right, and last but not least, Sam.
What up, y'all? I am Sam, Markov Unco on most socials. I play Deimos, an Ancient's Paladin and follower. Oh goddammit, brain. No, cloth. No. Yes. No. I hate when the brain does the Etch-a-Sketch thing right before you say something. Clothis. Clothis?
There you go.
Yeah.
Her pronunciation is still lost in me. A goddess of fate.
Yep.
Which is why I'm still alive. It ain't my time yet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it everybody's problem.
Drink up, me hearty yo ho.
Hydrate, courtesy of Nick.
I had a glass of water prior to jumping on stream.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, I've got diluted water.
First blood.
Yeah,
Hi,
drop it
Harley.
first.
Okay, oh, that's why it needs to be brought way the fuck up here to get brought to the front. That should do it. Alright. Sorry, I was wondering why the image for the sound alerts was getting hidden behind Sam's head. We all know he's got a big noggin, but damn, this should not have been happening.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a solid head too.
Yeah, it's like it's got the whole Vegeta thing going on there.
I can also attest that I have broken someone's hand with my forehead.
Yeah, I remember that story.
What?
Somebody had bad form, tried to punch me in the face, so I lowered my head and rammed.
Wow.
In that inner satyr there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was going to say, is that why you decided to play Satyr?
It's one reason.
Probably. But again, I am
Buttons, fun.
Celtic, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. Whew, excuse me. You know, your Chaos Wrangler, Chaos Coordinator, the God's Oracle, Prince, anything you want to call me as long as it's appropriate. Oh. Sam, no. Anyway. But a little bit of housekeeping. One, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that follow button if you have not done so already. We always appreciate, again, the follows. We're currently working our way up to 150. We're currently on 121. So we're slowly inching our way up. And if you really like what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It's always nice to see that as well because it really does help support us. And just let us be able to keep going and do some more things. Speaking of supporting us, we got merch. Did you pull the link up? No, motherfucker.
Curse you, tech. It ain't a stream without some form of tech issue, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's be real. It's better it be a small one than a big one.
Oh yeah, this is just something not loading up right. There we go.
What do you do? Oh.
Grab the merch. It's cool. I got myself a mug and waiting for it to come in.
Okay, so you're the one who wore the mug. Got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, like I said, we got some pretty cool merch. So, because we do have some that is just generic for the channel itself. So, like a wingless shirt, Fire's Embrace hoodie, the Wyvern spellbook, the Daddy Wyvern hat, and then we also got some channel specific stuff. So, for example, like Professor Hexagon there is one of my players in my Friday game for our flagship game of my Stargate 5e. Still don't have a really catchy title for that yet, even though we're like 30 episodes in. But anyway.
What about Gate to Stars?
No, I was trying to think of something that fits the campaign idea, kind of like how this is a God's Challenge. Not bad, though.
Yeah.
But speaking of this game, we also have merch for this game, such as Barbarian's Intuition, where you can't lead a horse to water, but you can toss an ass.
In a circle. Oh.
Like I said, we got all sorts of cool stuff as well. Even stuff that wasn't even ran on this channel, like I ran a one-shot over on Halfling Wizard Productions, where we did the MASH TTRPG. So don't forget to hit that up, and if you are a subscriber, hint, hink, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you get 10% off your order. Or, if your order is above $75, you get free shipping. Because sadly, it won't let me stack both, because I would be nice and try and stack both, but I can't control that part.
Yeah.
And speaking of subscribe, you also don't have to do it out of pocket. Remember, you get a free sub every month from Amazon. You know, you're already paying Bezos for shit. You might as well use it.
Yeah.
And also,
We got a
it's a
visitor.
Bean. There's our patron. The Bean giving us spell slots.
Currently, she's in crackhead mode, so she wants to chase a string.
Okay, so not giving us spell slots. Got it.
Yes. Please bless us in the future.
Yeah, maybe.
She's currently sitting on the ground, attacking, grappling, and playing with a straw.
Oh. Speaking of subscribing, thanks for subscribing there, Nick. And great example using your Prime sub. And damn, you've been doing it for a year now.
Nice.
Anyway. Where was I? Oh yeah, so last we left off, the party had finally left the court of Orestes after so much problem solving. But not after an interesting visit where they met Varius' Eidolon, and as they tried to question him about, why was he being chased by the Lampads, why was he here, as soon as they pulled out one of the return masks, he almost went robotic. And before anyone could stop him, he put the mask on, and a blinding light that did temporarily blind Leandros just disappeared.
Thanks a lot, asshole.
Hey, you're the one who was right on top of him.
And if my dice had cooperate, well, he was the one who did it in the first place. It's not my fault my dice didn't cooperate.
Yeah, that's the game.
True. This is true. So, the dice tell the stories, whether it's a
Exactly,
story
yeah.
you want to live through
Yeah,
or not.
true.
Or I want you to be blind.
Excuse me. But as they found, the mask still remained, even though the Eidolon was gone, with a new inscription inside, saying, "Follow the bloodline from master thief to master thief. For what was old will continue in the new." And based on what they were able to figure out among some of the artifacts that were still left in the tomb, the party is currently heading to Hunter's Crossing, which is a settlement along the... what's the name of this? Of Meltus Bay. Up at the... pretty much like right at the edge of the Nessian Wood. As they left Orestes' court through the hidden passage, though, lo and behold, Creon had returned. Granted, albeit damp and smelling like wet cat. But then so was Jack the Ass. And last we left off, the party was taking a long rest in the Asphalt Fields after leaving a patrol in the dust, thankfully. Because, they were not ready for a fight. And we'll go and pick it up from there.
Right.
Right. Cool.
So what are y'all doing as you're setting up camp?
I think Colette is talking Creon's ear off about everything that happened in the labyrinth. I just nonstop yapping as she's helping around camp.
He's just nodding his head as best he can with how fast you're talking.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you were done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what are
sorry.
what are the rest of y'all?
This let me check my inventory here. Okay. Yeah, I guess Leandros is getting a fire going.
Okay, and you do so pretty easily
Yeah.
because Deadlands
And,
there's a lot of dry wood.
Yeah. And like setting up his bedroll.
I think I'd be like looking over the dagger that Deimos so graciously gave me. Thankfully, because I had lost my previous one. After I'm done talking off of Creon's ear, I'd probably, help with cooking as much as I could, forage some stuff, like sticks and bundles and stuff. Probably just setting up a normal long rest camp. Keeping watch. Get any more pearls. And so.
Deimos?
Probably hunting and foraging to the area to help restock their supplies of food a little bit. As well, scout out the area, make sure everything is safe for them to set up camp.
I mean, you're in the heart of this Fuddles Field. There ain't gonna be much to hunt.
Mostly rations for us.
If anything, we're gonna possibly find some grains, maybe some loose berries here and there. Rabbits.
Fingers crossed.
Not even that.
No rabbits.
Hmm.
The duck will not be happy. Some of you will get that reference. Others,
I got it.
okay. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, you ain't that old. Don't worry.
Yeah. Some of us are just cultured.
Fair.
I think it'd probably just be a normal long rest. Making sure everything's set up for food wise and making sure all the sleeping rolls are all good and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, y'all's watches go uneventful. Like you sometimes hear like a patrol come near, but thankfully they can't see you or anything.
All right.
Okay. I've got prestidigitation ready to like snuff the fire out if they look like they're getting too close, and then just reignite it once they're gone.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I mean, in the morning, you guys pack up and you get on your way.
Jack
going very slow.
Why is he slower today?
Possibly tired.
He had the whole night to rest.
I think he's just being contrary at this point.
I mean, I know that he has a thing for, like, Leon. He doesn't like him, but we need to get moving. We have to make it to our what was it, Hunter's Crossing?
Yeah,
Yes.
to be fair.
I mean, I guess I suppose on the other hand, he is just one donkey. That was probably the fastest he made. Lark the night before last was probably the fastest he'd ever ran.
So he,
Would take it out of you.
yeah. I guess we could move at a slower pace today. It's not too much.
We don't exactly have any sort of timetable we have to stick through.
Yeah.
To our knowledge. To our knowledge.
Yes. Well, I mean, apart from like whatever this, and apart from like the threat of all Theros being unraveled at some point in the future, whenever that may be.
If that
For all we know,
truly
it could
is
be
the
years.
And if that truly is the case of what is about to come, do you really think we're the only people working on it?
Hopefully not.
Oh gods, I hope not. Colette, can I see those pieces of jewelry you retrieved from the sarcophagus?
Oh, yes. She'll reach into her sack and hand them over.
Leandros takes them and he kind of looks them over, just kind of studying the snake iconography on them, seeing if he can like remember any remember what that symbolizes, if like it relates to anything he studied.
I think
Sure, go ahead and make a roll.
Okay. History check. That's a 16 plus 5, 21.
So you know the snakes are tied to specifically the goddess Varika, who is guys like boy and stuff like that. But in the case of this armband, it's just an armband. It's not like supposed to be like, oh, here's a piece worn to for Varika.
Mm-hmm.
It's there just fancy jewelry.
Well, traditionally the snakes are the symbol of Varika, the goddess of medicine and sickness, but I mean these don't appear to have any sort of ritual purpose. I suppose it was just perhaps they were just worn to honor her, or perhaps somebody just really liked snakes.
Perhaps. Maybe he thought it was a nice metal and he wanted to rest with it.
Or maybe whoever
That's-
buried them did Purican funeral rites.
That too.
That could be possible too.
I think our attention lies on the masks for right now.
Yes. Well, we already know that this. Well, I already know that this. I hand the pieces of jewelry back to Colette, and I take out the. I take out that weird-looking mask, burial mask with a spider symbol on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already know that this is. This must be the mark of some kind of thieves' guild, but. I'll be damned if I can remember what specific organization it refers to.
If we have a lead, that's what we need right now.
So you want to be damned for remembering?
No, it's an expression.
How well of a traveler would you say you are? You contradict those words sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
There are a lot of curious turns of phrase, traveling every
That's
corner of the continent. Not that I would know anything about that. I'm more of a mental traveler.
This is my first time traveling, to say the least.
Yes.
It being a fated journey is an exciting one.
Yes, I think this is probably the first time I've ever spent outside, away from the Milesian coast.
Yeah. It's the spider. So you don't recognize? Are you sure it's a thieves' guild, or could it just be any guild?
I mean, I don't think there are many guilds who use a spider as their insignia. I think it rather sends the wrong message, don't you think?
I guess that's fair.
I suppose in theory, like a weaver's guild might, but that spiders are somewhat threatening.
Not really. The smaller they are, they're not as Sure, the bigger ones are quite dangerous, but just simple run-of-the-mill spiders, they don't mean you any harm.
Well, yes, but all those legs.
And centipedes have more legs, and they can be more threatening.
Especially the
Mm.
big ones.
Yes,
Oh,
centipedes can get much bigger.
oh yes, yes, I'd forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Spiders, I think, my knowledge, are misunderstood. At least the smaller ones. The bigger ones are very territorial.
Yes, and I'll take spiders over centipedes, I suppose.
Less legs.
Both equally as dangerous. Centipedes are a bit more aggressive, though.
Yes. They're more hunt, while spiders are more protect, in my opinion.
Yes.
Spiders are more trap.
Yeah.
Well, with a few exceptions. There are the hunter spiders, which are known
Yeah.
for not having webs and simply jumping things.
Yeah.
Like horses.
I think it's quite creative that small spiders can glide. Getting simple biology, you don't even have wings. You just use whatever you have on hand.
Please don't tell me there are flying spiders out there.
It's flying, gliding. It's like how
It's close enough.
it's like the sugar glider. I don't know if those exist. But it's a simple thing of just falling slowly and gracefully.
Last I checked sugar falls, it doesn't glide.
Well, if you bend cane a certain way and shave it, sugar cane, you can make a little invention if you wish. I know artificers are beyond my worlds of smarts and inventions.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure there's somebody out there working on it as we speak.
I don't know. I think flying shouldn't be limited to wings.
Hmm.
If the
Well-
gods meant for me to fly, they would have given me wings.
Well,
I think I could just make my own wings.
There are spells that can achieve much the same effect.
True, but
Fair
that is
enough.
different. That is different.
Yes,
It
but,
is giving yourself wings.
well, yes, but I'm sure that it could be. I'm sure that it could be. I'm sure that it has the same similar effect.
Yeah,
But yes, I'm sure that. Yeah, if Dalakos himself is not working on such a device, I'm sure there is some dreamer out there who wants to seeking to fly without the aid of magic.
it's an unexplored. Unexplored. That's really it.
I mean, it's been explored, just not by people.
Exactly.
Birds and
No.
pigs, definitely.
As a mortal, I want to go up there. Just putting it out there.
Yeah,
I think it's nice.
Well, yes, but there are. One would think there are dangers associated with flying too high. Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure there is.
What happens if the spell ends mid-flight? It's a long way down.
I don't even want to think about that.
But you should put that whole.
Can we talk about something else, please?
Well, lucky for you, I was going to change the topic. If you put the logic of things being dangerous up in the sky, that means things are dangerous underground. You can put that logic anywhere.
I'm not quite sure I follow.
Well, saying that it's more dangerous up in the sky, we don't know what's under the ground. There's many creatures that burrow, and maybe there's a mortal out there that wants to burrow like them.
There are moles and earthworms and the like, but
I think the difference there is the thing that naturally causes you to fall is much less scary when you're underground than when you're in the sky.
Yes, I suppose you've. Yes, I suppose there's not much further down you can go.
Unless you dig too far into a chasm without realizing it. The ground gives way, and
Oh,
ooh, now it's like being in the sky, but underground.
Underground. Get both. But also, underground probably has more creepy crawlies than the skies do.
Various. Why do you? It was so curious how he reacted to that mask. What do you think that was?
It was
Mask?
part of him.
Yes,
Oh.
the mask. He just we showed it to him, and then he just reached out, grabbed it, and put it on. He blinded me, and then he was gone.
I
Well,
have a
my
feeling
first
it
idea was that,
part of him.
yeah.
So
My
Two
first,
halves being brought back together.
my first idea was that I didn't know how it worked exactly, but he was going to become returned and we would have to fight him, but, I mean, just being blinded, because I was not, probably the best outcome. And it was not permanent. In my, Leandros' part.
yes, thankfully.
I guess I'd have to agree with Deimos. It's probably who has reunited. It's mere power of it changed the mask itself. Obvious that it was a directional standpoint. Like, oh, here's your second clue.
You know, it could have been worse. Could have blown up.
Oh yes,
Yes,
that would have been worse.
much worse.
But I'd say, all things considered, we're making progress.
It's not like we're stuck. We're not with the statues anymore. It's on the open road, so to say.
Yes.
It's
And we're
chances from
slowly
here.
going further and further away from that which the returned roam.
Yes.
The likelihood of seeing them will diminish as we travel.
Which means that, sure, other foes may appear, but now we don't have to deal with as much undead anymore.
Bandits can at least be intimidated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're like, and it feels like we're a blind philosopher stumbling along with an unlit lantern looking for an honest man.
I'd chuckle, but I think Deimos would do it for me.
Well, Deimos barely counts as blind. He's
It's fair.
no offense.
None taken. Not really blind.
Yes, the Clothis guides your steps and all that.
Indeed. And with every step I take, people see that. People remember she exists.
Watch devotional tactic.
Not all devotion is simply going into the temple and screaming prayers and offering sacrifice.
For being a cleric, I'm not well versed in. Well, to say I'm actually quite a new cleric. Not quite well versed in all prayers I wished I was.
Not all
Oh,
clerics worship their gods in the same way. Not all gods ask for worship in the same way.
No, yes, that is yes, like with like in my case with Ifara, the goddess of cities and buildings and the laws of civilization. Like there are many different ways to pay obeisance to her. Like I simply choose to do it by creating beautiful works of art, by crafting.
I do say they're quite beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Hey, it's I pluck a string or two on my lyre, and it's the product of years of practice, but I'd like to think it pays off. So through my music and through the stories I craft and chronicle, I may grow the knowledge of the collective polis, bring greater understanding to the world.
I like that. My lady has been quite benevolent
Mm.
and forgiving. can't count how many times I've apologized where I've been doing something wrong.
Every
Going
god,
to change.
every god's worship is going to be different. You simply have to find your way of doing so.
That's fine.
Yes, exactly.
And showing a little respect to the other gods when you're performing acts related to them can go a long way.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
Honoring Nylea before and after a hunt, for instance.
Oh, yes.
That'd be
Or
so
not Nylea,
smart.
Karametra. No, I was right. No, I was right the first time.
You had it right.
No, you were right the first time. It was Nylea.
Yep.
Or
Karametra you would pray to Karametra for a bountiful harvest.
Exactly.
or honoring Perforos when working on a forge, repairing equipment or making something new.
Or
think-
even even actors and artists and writers do some devotion to Perforos, praying for some of his inspiration to strike them.
Gods are quite benevolent, and especially with this journey they've given us, they've entrusted the mortals to give them aid with this large task.
Some of them are benevolent, some definitely do not appear so.
One moment. I'll be right back. Just a minute.
You're all good. Emergency phone calls are always important.
Yep.
There are a few gods, though, whose hubris often causes much more damage.
Tell me about it. You're not a god, but yes, I can agree. There are a few gods that, fortunately, in my time as a child, I did not read much devotional texts. Most of my time was reading fairy tales and making fairy tales. But yeah, I think Paramacha putting her hand out for me, even if it was solely for this mission, I think I will continue to worship her afterwards. She's been a savior for me, I think. So I owe a great deal to her.
I worship the cycle between life and death of nature. I have some respect of that, though when she encourages the constant growth without the reaping of said materials, it disrupts that balance.
Yes. I feel her growth, her motivations, and the peace between nature and civilization. It inspires me to make a change myself, and I think that's all I need. At least to be her devotee for the time being.
There may
Maybe
come
soon
a
I'll find
time
something
where,
else.
of course, there may become a time where you find yourself called to a different path.
That's fair. I think, for however long satyrs live, I should know that.
That depends on
should-
who you ask.
Well, I shall spend a great portion of that worshipping Karametra. At least I know that now.
That may change in time. If it does, I pray I'm there to see it. So long as you're not worshipping him.
Sorry, I had to take a phone call.
Oh, good.
You're all good. We naturally bantered. That way it was like you were
Okay.
there, but you could step away.
Yeah, maybe like just like pretend like during that time, Leandros suddenly got kind of struck with inspiration and started jotting down notes for like the next couple stanzas of this the epic poem he's working on.
We're lost
Speaking
on
of
the music.
Speaking of suddenness, real quick, hold on, where's my bullet dice? Because these actually roll well.
Oh, bullet die. I need a set of those.
I don't like the sound of
Sam, you don't need a set of those because you're going to get cup checked by them.
Look! They can't be. They can't be worse than those dice.
If you get the ones that are the rifle length ones, yeah, probably.
Ooh, I need.
You get my point. Anyway.
Have a mighty need.
Alright, what's Creon's AC? Okay, cool.
Oh.
Attacking the person who's not here.
Not my fault. Okay. So, as you guys are, getting pulled along by Jack, you hear another... as another arrow gets stuck in the side of the wagon. As most of y'all probably end up looking behind you because the dead lands with his final fields. I want you to give me perception checks real quick.
Okay.
Oh, right. I've got physical dice now.
Hey, Giant, thanks for the follow.
I got that's 19 plus 3, 22.
Cool.
Nice. I got 14 total.
Cool.
You said perception, right?
Yep.
And 18 plus 1 for a 19.
Alright, all three of you see it. As soon as y'all turn to try and... Oh, let me roll Creons to see if he notices. Oh, yeah. Damn. You got 19 on the die.
Nice.
Anyway.
Nice.
But, yeah, all four of y'all notice. As soon as y'all turn to try and see if it came from behind you, you notice the arrows coming from the front of the wagon. As you turn, and up ahead on a hill, you see... Hold on, where did I put it? 3 mounted riders.
Oh, that's trouble.
Do they have golden masks, or do they look more...
Now, with y'all's rolls, you can see them. No, you can tell they're living.
Are they in any sort of uniform?
Nope.
Maybe, perhaps this is a misunderstanding. Maybe we can. Maybe that was just a warning shot.
I'd rather not risk any more warning shots.
If it was to get our attention, they shot our wagon. They could have shot it at our feet. Or
As you guys are
simply
discussing, Leandros, what's your AC?
Oh, my ace, 13.
Okay, another arrow goes and lands in front of your feet in the wagon.
Ah!
Oh, they're trying to hit us.
All right, that wasn't a warning shot.
Maybe they're
Yes.
just bad at shooting.
Yeah, yes, yes. These definitely seem like bandits.
That's what I was thinking.
It's and then kind of.
Are they far away enough that I could try and take a shot?
You can, but first I want all three of you to roll dexterity checks. Or no, sorry, dexterity saves. We'll make it a save. And I'll
Okay.
roll for Creon.
A dirty 20.
I got a 7 plus 4, 11.
Alright, so hold on. You said dirty 20, Jay? And then 11 for Miles. And then what was it, Sam?
A 19 total.
Okay.
15 plus 4.
Because a third arrow flies, lands in front of Jack. He gets so startled, he starts sprinting. The three of you are able to stay on your feet. Creon gets launched from the front of the wagon to the back and lands on his back. Like, he's still in the wagon with y'all. He didn't go overboard.
Ooh.
But he is flat on his back because he rolled a 1.
Oh boy. How far away are we from the bandits now? T minus.
Give me 1 second.
I know we'll be able to get your ship back.
It's less a matter of getting my ship back and more finding out who took it.
Sorry, I was trying to answer Jack question. Okay,
Shut
but
off
you guys
the
are
dice.
actually kind of sprinting toward, but also away. Like, you're closing the distance up until about 100 feet, and then you start moving away again. Because, again, they're up on top of a hill.
Alright.
Wait, are we heading up the hill toward them?
No.
Oh,
Jack's following the road.
Oh, okay.
That's like
What?
parallel, kind of.
To a degree, up to a certain point, and then it will like deviate off, and that's when you guys will start getting distance. And as they see Jack has started the sprint, you're gonna see probably right when you guys start getting to the point where you would actually get distance on them, all three horsemen start charging down the hill.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Can I borrow your bow and arrow?
Alright. And she'll hand him over to him.
He kind of like, rather than going over the shoulder, he kind of looped it on a small hook on his belt.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the waist shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up, draw, aim. Slowly, like, do that almost like, alright, adjust for distance, adjust for travel. Let it fly.
Alright. Pick 1, 2, or 3, and then let me know what you roll.
Also, I'm not aiming at the soldier or the bandit.
I kind of guess
I'm
where you're
towards
aiming.
horse.
Yeah, but I still need 1, 2, or 3, so I know which bandit.
We'll go fuck it. We'll go number 1.
Cool. I need to pull up the horse stat, though, because I should have known you were doing that. I should have had that ready.
We're not going to roll initiative?
Not
We're
yet.
gonna, like I don't think we're super close enough for
Mhm.
arrow shots.
Probably we act, then they act. We act, then they act.
Okay.
For now.
Right now.
Alright, what'd you roll?
Let's find out. So 14 plus 6 for a dirty 20.
Ooh.
And is it a longbow or a short bow?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's a short bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's short,
Uh,
too.
Yeah, it's a short bow.
Alright, so those deal d6s. Okay. So that is... Actually, max, so that's 10.
Alright, 1 second. It's still loading.
Flame catcher. Flame catcher? Oh. Wait. Water bottles are flame catchers.
Dad threw a bottle at me. I failed to catch it.
Ah!
He said blame.
Alright. So, you said it's 10 damage?
Yes.
Oh, god dang, I just had it up. Goddamn stupid computer. Gotta love technology. No, I didn't mean that tab. God fucking damn it. Anyway.
So at least if it doesn't kill the horse, it'll definitely startle the horse enough if it's not like a war horse or something.
Oh, I already tell you it ain't a warhorse. So you let loose your arrow, and as it's traveling through the sky, it actually gets the horse right in the shoulder.
Ooh.
As you see the horse literally roll over itself and send the rider flying.
Ooh.
There's just that corner, that grin smile like, got him.
Which I'm gonna roll just 1d6 for how much damage he'll take off of that.
At least he doesn't having the horse fall on him.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. Any of you guys else want to try and do something before I let the bandits have a go?
One question: how close are they, feet-wise? Just like rough estimation.
80 feet.
Oh, and out of I guess
am going
I guess
to make.
Oh no, you want to do something?
Yeah, I was gonna make a quick spell. Attack. I was gonna make a guiding bolt attack at a first. Oh wait, do I have it first level? Yes, I do. I'm gonna make a guiding bolt attack at first level. and
Alright.
kind of just aim it at just one of the riders.
All right, 2 or 3.
I'll go for 2.
All right.
All right. 17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Mm.
Great damage. Oh, that was the damage. Oops. I messed that up. Okay. Did I reroll that real quick? I just rolled damage for the hit.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
So we'll say if you roll damage for the hit, then re-roll the hit first.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. +5 to spell attack. I just got 8, 9 plus 5. Uh, 14.
Still hits.
Nice. And then do you want to keep the damage?
No, so no. Go ahead and roll the damage again. Still.
Alright. 13. There you go. Sorry about that.
You said how much?
13.
So you send your guiding bolt straight into the heart of the bandit, and he literally gets knocked off his horse and just stays down.
Oof. Going.
Alright.
Yep, that's my turn.
And Miles, were you going to try anything?
I thought aren't all the bandits gone now?
Nope.
There's one more.
Oh, okay. And they're about how far away? 80 feet.
Yeah, about 80 feet out.
Okay. I'm going to cast sleep on the last one.
Okay.
Okay. So let me I'm gonna roll a 5d8, or in my case, 1d8 5 times, so I can know how many hit points I get to affect.
Heard of falling asleep at the wheel, but
Yeah.
this is a new level.
2,
2,
7,
okay. 9,
1,
10,
2.
12.
Wait, how many times did I roll it?
That was 4. So one more.
Okay. 5,
17.
17. So I can affect a maximum of 17 hit points with my sleep spell.
Okay. Well, if you're aiming for the one who's within the 80 feet, yeah, he's not even batting an eye.
Okay. Then I
But the horse,
You made him
since
yawn.
it's in an area.
what? Oh.
Because it affects whoever has the lowest HP in that area 1st. So
Yep.
if the horse is 17 HP or less, horse goes night-night.
Okay.
Because not
Okay.
it's not I target someone, it's I target an area.
Yeah,
Yep.
I cast. Yeah, okay. I kind of thinking quickly. I take out my lyre and I pluck. I pluck out like a pleasant I pluck out a few pleasant lullaby-like notes, and I gesture in the direction of the last bandit.
Alright. So you actually start seeing him move further and further away as his horse just starts slowly going from a gallop to a trot to a walk, as it then just slumps.
Yeah, because they fall asleep standing up.
So the bandit, because you can't tell what he is exactly, is on the back of his horse, just like trying to, hit it with the his feet, his stirrups, essentially, going like giddy up. And as you guys turn, thinking like, "Whew, we're out of the woods," all you're going to hear is just this giant bellowing horn. As you look back and see that the guy who is on the sleeping horse is blowing a horn.
Oh, buggery.
Well, let's get ready for more.
And as you guys are looking, you're just gonna hear Jack. I'm not gonna try and describe the noise because this is the noise a donkey makes when they're in trouble. As Jack falls into a hole, which then causes y'all's wagon to flip. All three of you I need everyone to make dexterity saves.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'll be nice here. You can do a dexterity check instead of a save, or acrobatics.
Oh,
I'll just go with the dexterity save.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know, people. Well, it's check, not save. I misspoke.
but both are the same, but that's still a 23.
That's fine. Which one are you rolling it as, though?
Okay.
Save. Fucking
I'm
superhero
gonna
landing
use-
this.
I'm going to use my special die for this one.
Okay.
I had 14.
Come on. Yeah. 12 plus 4, 16.
There you go.
Okay. So,
Mwah.
as you guys go launching, poor Creon, they went from back first to face first.
Aw.
Colette,
Sometimes that'd be a good time.
you try to catch yourself, you just barely do it. You end up tumbling a little bit before standing on your feet. Like it wasn't the cleanest way of getting out of this, but you didn't land face first.
Yeah.
For Leandros, you said it was 16, right?
Yeah.
You were almost in the same boat as Colette, but yours was a lot smoother. Like you still tumbled a bit before getting up, but you didn't it wasn't as tense. It was a lot more fluid.
Yeah. He just kind of just went clutching his lyre to his chest the whole time and it's safe. I'm safe.
And then for Deimos with the 23, you end up flying, and in the nick of time, you pulled your shield out, got it underneath you, and essentially rode like a boogie board for a few feet. Probably about 10 feet from your landing, before getting up and just brushing it off.
Show off.
Probably quite literally doing the thing where it's like stomp on the edge with the hoof and catch the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Don't I feel inadequate now?
I like the rough and tumble.
And as you guys are getting up, and I'll let your passives see this, you see that there are now... wrong button. 6 bandits around you. Most of them aren't really wearing much in the way of armor. One is, he's pretty decked out.
Is he now?
Now, granted, all 4 of you are still roughly within close distance of each other. But you are surrounded. And you just hear an echo from the hole as Jack is just braying, going if any of y'all were using Speak with Animals, you'd be hearing what the get me out of this goddamn... Because we all know Jack has a mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go and let y'all know Jack is safe in the hole. He did not break anything. The hole wasn't that deep.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Otherwise,
I know,
we're going to make it
the
slow
audience
and
was
painful.
really worried about what was going to happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do not have a broken ass. Leon might have a broken tailbone. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But
I think I cracked my ass. Isn't it normally cracked though?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the ass. It's fine. Wrong one.
All right. But with that, roll initiative.
Okay.
It's a big thing. I'm using my big dice for that.
Okay. So that's a 12 and a 4 for 16.
That's a 14 plus 3 for 17.
I had a 21.
Okay.
18 plus 3.
Alright, well, Colette, you are the first one up.
Okay. So after she rights herself, she's very frazzled, looking around, seeing that she's surrounded by these bandits. I think she would just like use her stick and just whip out a spell. And I think she's just gonna let me see. How close? Like, are they just like right up on us?
No, most of them are probably a good 20 feet from you.
Alright.
So they're not like they might like they're close to being on top of you, but they ain't like directly on top.
I think 20 feet. Would it be an action to like a weapon? No.
What are you trying to do?
I think I'm just gonna use guiding bolt again.
Okay.
It's 5 to hit, I think.
Yeah, well-
It's +3.
So there's hold on.
Modifier is the thing you add to your hit, right?
Yes.
Right, thank you.
Aim for
Alright.
the big guy.
Who are you aiming
I
at,
think
by the way?
how many is there at 6, you said?
There's 6 total, one of which is a little bit more beefy than the others.
Yeah, I think I'll aim for him, because she just, like, she scans immediately, seeing the biggest threat, and then just flings a spell.
Cool, he's the one in front of
And-
you. That works.
So it would be a guiding bolt, +3. 7 plus 3, 10.
You said 10?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Alright. So you see like a kind of like almost ethereal like it's so fast and it has these kind of like golden hues to it. But for just a moment it looks like a sickle as it flies past his head.
Ooh.
That's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay, it's his turn.
Alright.
Oh, damn it.
So he's gonna
He gets closer, I can hurt him more.
he's gonna walk up to you.
Mhm.
And
Just all casual like what?
oh yeah.
Why did you send a bolt by my head?
Oh no, as he's walking up he's going like let's go. You call that an attack as he then swings to hit you. $12. Does that hit?
Misses.
All right. So he'll bring his scimitar. He'll bring his not scimitar. It'll be the close thing for a Greek. Down. Goes for his second attack with the dagger. No, that's definitely no. That's a 2. That's a 7. As he thought your gaze would be drawn by the scimitar, and as he goes to thrust the dagger, you just like sidestep.
Yeah. Yes. I got you now.
That's his turn.
Punching
Next
sit.
up is Leandros.
Okay. How far away did you say the other bandits were?
Most of the bandits are within about 20 feet of you, unless they're on the opposite side of y'all's circle.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
have. So let me put it this way. So I said there's 6, right? There's 4 of you. There's usually there's give or take 2 bandits within 20 feet of you right now, except for the one right in front of Colette.
Okay. Then I'm going to I'm going to aim at where I guess I'm going to aim about 20 feet away from us towards like a cluster of the other surrounding bandits,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
A sudden, loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And they have disadvantage on they would have disadvantage on the saving throw if they were made of inorganic material like stone or crystal or metal, but I assume they are not.
Nope. Alright, because
Okay.
so there's going to be 2 bandits within that point then. One rolled
Okay.
a dirty 20.
Okay.
They both rolled dirty 20.
Oh, damn it.
Damn. I mean, hey, Shatter still does something. You still get half the damage.
Yeah, I guess. So let me just roll 3d8 thunder damage first. 3, 8, 2. So 13 was, so I guess half of that would be...
So 6.
6, yeah.
I'm still not bad for him.
Yeah, so I guess Leandros tries to aim towards, aim like a relatively safe distance away and just kind of quickly plucks out, doom, 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 and then like a quick hand gesture. And then I guess there's like a kind of brief distortion, like almost like a little bit of blue heat haze, and then, or like a haze of like compressed air, I guess. And then it just goes out like...
Yeah, so the two you hit,
sound force.
Yeah, so the two you hit, like even though they don't take the full effect of your spell, you still see them like struggle to stay up as they just cover their heads with their cover their ears, their hands, and you actually start to see blood coming out of their nose a little bit.
Oof.
It's just a little trickle, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Let me see. I've still got my bonus action. What do I want to do anything with that? I think I'm going to grant Deimos Bardic Inspiration. He's our heavy hitter.
Okay. Anything else?
So, well, nothing except like to flavor it as like kind of I see the I just like wince a little because like it even though we weren't in the blast radius, it's still pretty loud. And then I yell out to Deimos, 6 men against 6 men against 1 blind man. Do you like those odds?
They need more.
Hey, that's right.
And I will say, too, since you said that you're suffering from the effect of your spell a little bit, too, just because of the noise, Deimos is like 5 feet from you, so you're just shouting in his ear for that.
When he says, like, they need more men, there's almost an excitement in his voice.
Alright, and it actually worked out you gave him the Bardic, because, Deimos, you're next. That actually worked out beautifully.
He shifts his feet as he charges in, sword and shield in hand, right for the guy that what he's guessing is the captain of these guys. Almost raising his shield up to almost as he like raising his shield to kind of bring it forward, as it almost seems like strings come out of it, wrapping around him as he casts Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And then feint with the shield as he brings his blade around. This guy is trying to play fancy with his blades. Let's see if he can take someone who actually knows what they're doing. That is a 15 on die plus 6 for a 21.
Yeah, no, that hits.
So, with that, it is a 1d6 plus 4. So that is a 4 and 4 for 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
No mustard on that one.
That's fine. I know you usually save the mustard for crits.
Yeah, or it's like,
Or
fuck,
just
we just need to do a lot of damage really, really fast. Fuck it, mustard.
You're good. So I will say... Actually, no, I'll save that for when it's his turn. Never mind. Okay, anything else for you?
That is a negative. That was his action, his bonus action.
Alright, it's going to be one of the bandits' turn, the one who has not been shattered yet. He's going to turn to Creon and try to hit him with a crossbow. That's a third 19 in a roll. D&D Beyond, why can't you roll like this for me when I'm playing my fucking bard? Alright, well, it's a good thing barbarians always go into a rage when a fight starts. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 1, and then have it. Hey, so Creon's going to take 4 points of damage. As it gets him right in... You know, Creon took a bolt to the knee.
Oh.
In honor of Oblivion being shadow dropped the other week.
Yeah.
Literally shadow dropped.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's its turn. Next is Creon, who is pissed, so he's actually going to charge up to the one who tried to get him, who hit him with the crossbow. Oh, excuse me. And Creon is going to take his longsword and try and cleave him in two. And as soon as he takes a step with the knee that has a bolt in the leg, it fumbles a bit and he misses his blow.
Oh.
I'm not even joking. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
no.
God. Yeah.
Come on, dice. You let my NPCs roll well. Why can't you let my players' characters roll well when I'm using them for them? God damn.
Just wanted to see you suffer today.
I guess. My dice are fucking sadists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's Creon's turn. It's going to be another bandit's turn. This one's going to try and use a crossbow on you, Leandros.
Oh, boy.
Oh, thank God. The dice almost critted.
Oh, shit.
It literally teetered on the 20 and went to the 8.
Oh, okay. Well, that does not hit me.
Yeah, so it was an 11 overall, which, like you said, doesn't hit because you're 13.
Yeah.
So that's his turn. Next up is another bandit. This one's actually going to take a stab at Leandros from behind.
Oh, boy.
Pretty sure it's 17 hits, but we'll have to wait for Sam to come back, because shit.
Yeah, 17 hits.
Okay, oh, you got his character? No, went after Deimos, not Leandros, my bad.
Oh, thank goodness.
No, that was, sorry.
Yeah. With Shield of Faith, you need a 20, bud.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I realized that when I was saying Sam and Leandros, that did not match up.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's the ones who are shattered. They will attempt to get payback on you with the scimitar. So they're charge up. That's a dirty 20.
Oh, boy.
For 2 points of damage.
Okay.
That's his turn, so it's going to be the other one's turn now. It's going to repeat the process.
It's gonna...
That's a 10, so that's a misses.
Yeah. So, like, it just, I guess, like, the other one kind of gets held, kind of, he misses, like, his, like, underestimates his shot, and, like, the other one just kind of nicks me on the arm.
Yeah.
Oh! What?
Well, like I said, the one who missed you, more so his equilibrium was thrown off because you probably blew his eardrums.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Alright, but Colette, we're back at the top of the order.
All
As
right.
you got a bandit in front of you, Deimos there with a bandit behind him.
All right. So I think I'm going to ask you a really quick question, just to understand the feature a bit better. So, two-weapon fighting. I'm like 80% sure I can do it because I have a dagger and a quarterstaff, the stick I have.
Yeah,
I
you can
was
because
just
of the
gonna-
dagger.
Huh?
You can do two-weapon fighting, so like you can swing your quarterstaff with one hand, and then use your dagger on the other. Now, you don't get your proficiency though on the offhand strike.
All right. So that would just be
So it'll just be a flat
dice
D20.
wise. Thank you so much. That's all I was like, asking. All right. So knowing that in mind and seeing that he tried doing that to me, I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
Okay.
She's gonna kind of like get into like a fighting stance, and she's gonna do the whole like bull thing. She's gonna stamp her hoof on the ground, and she's gonna go for a what looks like a one-hand strike. Just kind of like trying to go for over his head, just trying to dong him on top of the head.
All right, go ahead and roll the attack.
Alrighty. Quarterstaff. It's just gonna be a one hand. Yes, right here. Oh shit. That's gonna be a +3. Wait, no, sorry. +4 to hit. So I'm gonna get a 13 plus 4.
That hits.
That is yeah, okay. And then damage-wise, that is 4 damage.
Cool. So you conked him on the head.
Okay. And then I'm going to take it with my dagger, and then I'm just gonna try to, like, find, like, a weak spot in his armor, and quickly kind of try to slash it with the other arm.
Alright, go ahead and
I'm
roll.
just gonna roll. I got a 3.
Alright. So, when you go for the dagger strike, he actually grabs you by the wrist when you do so. Now, he's not pulling or pushing you or anything at that part. Because anything else for your turn, or was that it?
Unfortunately, that is it, because I used my action and bonus action to do 2 weapon fighting.
So, he is actually, because he sees what Deimos did, he's going to look at where Deimos struck him and goes, seems you might be worthy of a fight after all. As he still has you in a wrist, he's going to essentially throw you. It's going to be he's essentially shoved. He's trying to move you out of the fight. He doesn't feel like fighting you anymore. So go ahead and roll a strength check.
All right. I got a 10.
So he just barely makes it. As he just pushes you to the side, like toward Leandros and Creon.
Yeah. Hey!
He's then going to turn towards Deimos, because I'm going to count the shove as one of his attacks there, just to be fair. And he's going to try and get you with a scimitar, Sam.
Alrighty.
He misses. That was an 8. He's like, give me a fight of a lifetime.
Please.
Just the blindfolded man just grinning after just parrying. If your will is to die here today, may the fates be kind on you in the afterlife.
Ooh.
He's going to say, may the fates be damned.
Oh.
And Leandros, it's your turn. Or not. Yeah. Sorry, Sam. You still got to wait for Leandros.
So I've got two guys ganging up on me, right?
One is up on you. The other one was still at a distance.
Okay. Then I'm going to take out my my rapier, which would or like my especially thin sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stab at the guy who's still up on me.
All right.
That's a +4 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
6.
6 does not hit.
I had to ask.
All right. What else?
Anybody in need of healing?
No one's been hit so far.
Not yet.
Well, besides
Except for
me.
Creon, but Creon, like, he took a hit. His hit was like getting a scratch.
Yeah, and I literally got scratched. So, yeah, that's yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's your turn, Leandros.
Oh, wait a
Or
minute.
Leandros Deimos, sorry.
I get to go twice.
You and your Osis.
I'm gonna kick you with the Osis.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy wants a fight. Cool. We're gonna use off-chan to basically just shield check him in the face and then go for another slash. Shield check barely does anything, quite literally. 1.
Mm-hmm.
The hit is only a +2.
Yep.
So it's more of a distraction, really. Alright, does a 16 hit.
Yep.
Alright, so he takes 1 damage as the shield just
Yep.
Yeah.
bongs him to the face. Now let's see if that opens him up. Oh boy!
What'd you roll?
Mustard time.
God damn it.
I guess it opened up an opportunity. We're going to take full advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to add a smite on top of that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm assuming it was a crit, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For a grand total of 26 to hit.
Ew.
God damn.
So probably had arm on the underneath. So as soon as the check went up and their head went back, slashing clean across.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I need to roll. Ow. So on the oh wait, no. I need to roll 2 more of those. It's like, alright, there's 2 of the wait, no, that's not right.
Away when Belton and I were trying to regards, so it's like
So the smite alone, just the divine smite was 20. Plus
Okay.
12.
So 32. And that's
32.
Before, and that's before the double, right?
No, that's with the double. That's everything put
Okay.
together. The 2d6
Or
plus
not the-
4 plus 4.
Or not double, I mean, because remember, I do max damage and you roll for additional.
That's in that case that's
So max damage plus what you rolled.
so that would be
Still a good chunk.
so I rolled 4 on the d6s and 12 with that. So 16 and 12, that's
30, or no,
20,
28.
that's 28. So 28 radiant, and then 10 and 18. So 18 slashing. So 18 and 26.
That is 54? No, 44.
No,
44.
not. Yep, 44.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do the slash on there, and the captain lets out this ungodly howl as you essentially slice open his gut. He is still standing,
Oh.
but he is literally using one hand to hold his stomach together.
Holy crap. Yeah.
As you now, because you're on top of him, Sam, I want you to roll perception real quick.
I'm gonna use a different D20. I'm not really hyped about holding a bunch of words.
So that is a 14 and 1 for a 15. 15 total for perception.
Yeah, don't worry, that's fine. You're right on top of him, so the DC wasn't too high. You're going to notice, like, obviously has the blood spilling out. I'm not going to go into the graphic detail there. His blood doesn't look normal, though. It's not the reddish hue that most living beings have. There's almost an oily substance mixed in. You notice it. You don't dwell on it, really, but you do notice it.
So just after the slash, just almost like swipe the blade down just for the blood to fall off it. It's like, you shouldn't have said what you said about the fates.
Yeah, that was
Not
honestly fitting.
Who ensures their futures occur.
Yeah, fair. Right. That's it for your turn?
That's it for my turn. Like I said, sometimes the
Right.
dice tell the story.
Now
We're
it's
just
time-
here for the ride.
Now, the one who's behind you is going to try and hit you again.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that will hit.
That's 4 slashing as you just get a giant gash across your back.
Yeah. I say a badass one-liner.
Yeah.
Very cool to say to a motherfucker.
It's like, oh, you cheeky dick waffle.
Have they invented waffles yet in Theros?
Oh, definitely. I think there's waffles in Greek time. Maybe they look different.
Oh yeah, the local there's like a waffle house on every corner.
Oh God, no. That's where all the fights happen. There's a fight pit in there.
Yeah,
Don't want to pay your bill? Box the chef.
yeah. First rule of Waffle House: you do not talk about Waffle House.
Second rule about Waffle House. Talk
Waffles
first,
are one of
walk
the
later.
oldest. Thanks to Google, waffles are one of the oldest, pastries.
That
like a
doesn't
simple recipe.
surprise me.
So yes,
No
they were
shit.
waffles. I looked up on Google if they existed, and it said it's like one of the oldest, sweet treats, pretty much.
Just how old?
Goodness.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of the tab 1 second.
We will find out. We will find out.
All right.
But I went from 24 to I went from 28 to 24, so we're still standing.
Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good. All right, next up is Crayon. Excuse me. He's going to hopefully hit this time. Oh yeah, that's 23. That was 5. Plus he's enraged. Hold on. So that's 7 slashing on the one he is fighting. Oh yeah, that bandit pretty much got his arm cut off. He's still alive, but he got disarmed.
Quit there.
Literally.
I wonder if one of his teammates is gonna ask him if he needs a hand.
That's
I
the
don't think the big guys. I don't think the big guy's the stomach for it.
Wet taco, people. Wet taco.
You got. Moving on.
Put that on your next T-shirt.
No, definitely not doing that one.
Gut spilling out, just wet taco.
Anyway, the one who got disarmed is going to now, like, just because he's literally in a blood rage, going to try and slash Creon with a scimitar just because he can't use a crossbow anymore. That's a miss. Next bandit, this is the one who took a shot at Leandros. He's actually going to try and take a shot on you now, Deimos, because of what he did to the captain. That's 22.
That'll hit.
For a 3, as he gets you right. He's going to get you in the rib.
Ouch.
That's gonna sting. It's not seeming to phase him yet, though.
Yep. Then it's going to be the one that is in front of Leandros. That's a 17.
Yeah. That hits.
For 6.
Okay.
And the next one, who's going to try and take a crossbow shot at Colette, that's a 4. Nope. Speaking of Colette, you're up now.
All right. Looking at the our party, who seems the most she just takes a quick look around at everyone. Who seems the most hurt, bloodied?
I think that would be me.
Yeah, Leandros at this point is probably the most hurt out of y'all.
I think she would use her. Let me see. They're near each other. In this bonus section, I would use a healing word, first level.
Mm-hmm.
And just this like kind of like golden aura that kind of feels like a refreshing like evening rain almost. Glitters all over him as he heals. I think the max. Not the max. 7 points.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
That's another spell slot. And then for my main action, Colette is pissed because she just got pushed aside, like she just didn't matter. And so she's gonna whip around, leaving the big guy to Deimos. And so you said that there is one in front of Leandros?
Yes.
Alright, so she's gonna whip around, and since me and Leandros are near each other, I'm just gonna she's just gonna storm up to him, and she's gonna simply touch him with, like, she's just gonna have her stick, like, on his forehead like this. Like, she's gonna, like, whip it there. She's gonna cast inflict wounds at a 2nd level.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna roll that first.
Alright, you say you're doing it to the one in front of Leandros, right?
Yes, that
Okay.
one. And it's a +3 to hit. 7 + 3. It's a 10?
You said 10?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Oh, alright. So she just whacks him and it probably leaves like a bruise, but the spell doesn't shoot through her staff.
Or he just gets like a really, you hit him and it's almost like poison oak, but worse.
Yeah.
Pain. Or like that plant in Australia that literally has tiny barbs that you just touch it and the toxin just leaves a lot of fucking pain.
Damn. Motherfucker.
So she just like whacks him on the head and is upset that the spell didn't go through. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, fair enough. And Sam, you're so lucky I did not have a freaking gummy when you said that. Remember, if I eat a gummy, my ability of feeling pain gets amplified when it comes to descriptions.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I apologize. I apologize. That was not intentional.
I know it wasn't.
boy.
Captain's turn. He's going to try and swing with a scimitar. As best he can, even though he's holding onto his guts. That's a miss. And he's actually going to let go of his stomach because he knows this is probably his day to die as he goes for his second attack with the dagger. That's a nat 1. As he slips on the mess at his feet.
Oh.
And lands flat on his stomach as you just hear him howl in pain more.
Oof.
Leandros, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
on the one who like has been like really doing on the one who's been damaging me with his scimitar.
Okay.
So he has to make he has to like make a beat a 13 wisdom saving throw.
He failed. That's an 8.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So he is going to take 4, 6.
You can stop rolling.
Like it's 15 psychic damage.
So, here, go ahead and describe how you do your Dissonant Whispers again.
Yeah, I guess I feel like a little revitalized, and then Leandros feels revitalized from Colette's healing word, and he kind of looks back at the one who hurt him and just glares at him, and then just kind of reaches back and draws his like he's kind of put his lyre back along his back, just draws his finger along the strings, and like in one smooth motion goes. They is like this kind of like really dark bluish wave of sound kind of oscillates around the sides of this guy's head.
So, once your spell hits him, he drops his scimitar, and he actually starts, like, trying to run, trying to get away from it, to the point where he actually goes to a boulder, starts bashing his own head against it.
Jesus Christ!
He only had, like, 3 hit points left.
I think Leandro sees that. Oh, gods! That's a bit That's my turn.
Alright. Deimos, you still have the captain at your feet. Oh, excuse me.
It's quite literally just with the right leg pinned down the right arm, like at the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Just still keeping shield ready because he still has the left arm. He still has the dagger in that arm, and just downward stab.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack. And because he's prone, I'll give you advantage.
But I was about to ask, yes. Alright, so that is a 6, that would be 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. What's your minimum damage?
Minimum damage is 5.
Okay, still roll.
So that is a 5 and 4 for a 9.
Yep. So how were you swinging your weapon again?
Literally switched it into reverse drip, came down, just drive directly into, like, where the thing was, probably upwards and probably more towards where the heart and lungs were.
Alright, so in the chest. Got it still.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll do that and you'll just hear because Spencer said, shouldn't have talked about the fates. He'd be like, you and your fate, before he just lets out his dying breath. And again, because you're on top of it, I'll let you use your perception from earlier. You see more, like, obviously you see his blood start to come out. You see more of that oily substance mixed in.
Looks at it oddly, as like, I don't think this is over just yet.
Alright.
Especially, does he see the string come off to be broken as he removes his blade?
Mm-hmm.
Does he see the string of fate come out attached to the blade as normal, or is it not there?
I'm going to roll percentile for this one.
Ooh.
Sam, high or low?
Let's go high. No, go with my instincts. Go high.
No, you can't. You can't really tell if it's there or not on him. Like, it's faint, but it's not 100% gone in there. You don't know what's going on.
I've got a hunch. For now, he'll step off him and just kind of just turn to face the other guy that attacked him attacked him from behind, and just point the blade at him.
Mm-hmm.
And then just get into a ready position, like, come on, show me what you got.
Roll intimidation.
That is a 17 total.
You see him shaking a bit, but he ain't moving.
Good.
Alright. And you said that was it for your turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, it's actually his turn. Yeah, he's going to charge at you full force. 17 does not hit.
Nope.
Alright, Creon's going to try and get his guy again. That's a nope. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be the bandit he was actually swinging at. It's turn. That's a hit. For 3 points of damage. Alright, then it's the one who's been taking the cheap shots at Leandros, but he's actually going to aim for you now, Deimos. 16 misses. That guy bashed his own skull in. This is the one who's been taking the cheap shots at Leandros. He'll still 2 the cheap shot. That's a 21. So, yeah. Oh, fuck. That's 9. That's max damage.
Wait, towards who? Just double checking.
Leandros.
Okay. I was like, oh.
Wait, he's
9.
attacking me?
Yeah, this one's still attacking you from the shatter.
Oh, okay.
And then top of the order with Colette.
Alright, so, the one that was in front of me, was that the one that ran and bashed his own skull in?
Yes.
Was that, right. So now there's a new one targeting Leandros.
Well, this one's
So-
been targeting him, but yeah, this one's a little further away. It's the 20 feet.
Alright. 20 feet, let me see. I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sling another for my bonus action. I'm gonna sling another first level healing word, and I'm gonna yell at Leandros, fight, and I'm gonna roll the dice real quick.
Cool.
Roll the dice.
7 again.
Alright.
And then for
Okay.
my action, I am going to, so in my closest vicinity, there is Leandros, obviously. The captain is behind me, but he is dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that's 20 feet away from Leandros and me. How close is the one that's charging, Deimos?
About 10 feet.
Right. I'm gonna... How much movement do I have? I have 35 feet. I'm gonna run towards the one that's targeting... I forgot I have movement speed. Run towards the, one that's been, shooting at, Leandros. And I'm going to simply... use inflict wounds again, but instead of using my stick, I'm just gonna she looks like she's about to charge at him and ram him, but she skids to stop right in front of him and just places a hand on his chest.
Alright.
And I'm gonna try and roll. Let me see, inflict wounds. Oh, that's a +3. This will be at first level, by the way.
Okay.
3. 13?
You said 13?
Yes.
Yeah, that does it. Roll your damage.
Yes. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, remember, the basic
is it
guys only
close?
have an AC of 12.
Alright. That is a damage of 11. So what you see happen is she skids to a stop and she places as her hand starts glowing with this almost goldish and green magics, and these what looks like almost dandelions start weeds. Dandelions and just different types of weeds start growing from her hand as she shoves her hand against his chest, and it's almost as if they puncture into his chest and start growing in there, causing damage.
Oh, they're not going to cause damage. They're going to kill him. So you're actually going to see as you're pumping the necrotic energy into him, those weeds are literally going to start over-flooding his system to the point that he's just going to fall back, and within seconds, he's just covered in them. He's now part of the earth.
Hey, oh my god. Oh my, we are...
Clearly not
we are-
happy being cast aside during a battle,
Yeah,
so she took that out on other people. That's my turn.
These bandits are having the worst day ever.
Yep.
Good.
And
Fuck
actually,
Yeah, they saw that come towards us.
I'm gonna have all 3 roll something real quick. So 1. Alright, he stays 2. Nope. 3.
I mean, one guy had his... Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's just maybe we ended up going a little too far. I mean, one guy gets his stomach cut open and then it's stabbed on the ground. Another guy goes crazy and bashes his own brains in, and then the other guy gets like fucking weeds pumped into his blood veins. Like,
Well, maybe they shouldn't be bandits.
So, because of the graphic way that the people have been killed so far, I just had the 3 remaining bandits roll charisma saves against essentially a group intimidation. So, the one that's been backstabbing Sam is still staying. The one fighting Creon's going to attempt to run, so Creon's going to get an attack opportunity on him. And then the bandit who's also been taking shots between Deimos and Leandros, he's still around. So there's only 2 bandits left in the fight. But let's see if Creon can kill this third one. Oh, yeah. That's a hit.
Oh.
And you guys will actually see the one that Creon's fighting try and turn. Creon's going to, in a fit of, as part of his rage, you're just going to see him pull the bolt out of his knee, launch it at the back of the leg of the person who's running from him, and as he drops, he's going to bring his sword around and just cut his head off.
Wow. Well, yeah, they picked the wrong people to try and murder and rob.
All right.
Defense.
But Leandros, it is now your turn.
Okay. I think. So how are where are the other 2 again?
One's directly behind Deimos. The other one's about 20 feet from you.
Okay. Leandros. So I guess Leandros. And how does Deimos look? How is he looking?
He's pretty good.
Out of 28, he is sitting at about 21.
Okay.
Don't worry so much about me. We can heal after combat.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to think Leandros, like, riding off like a. I mean, he does feel like a little bit. He does feel like a little bit disturbed that he managed to he just did that to that other bandit. So he just kind of turns and points at the. He turns and points at the one who's 20 feet from him and says, and he says, "What about you? Do you want to try your luck?" And there's kind of his voice echoes a little bit as he casts vicious mockery on him.
Okay.
He has to beat a 13 wisdom saving throw.
Yep. He just fails.
Oh, okay.
Good.
So he takes 1 psychic damage, and but he also has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one to do damage to. That's the one that needs to take damage. There we go. Okay. Now it is Deimos.
This guy tried slashing me in the back.
I tried. He did. He tried twice.
He did.
Succeeded once.
He did. Now it's time to return the favor. So that is a 17 plus 6. Pretty sure the 17
hits.
alone might breach. And that is another 5, so 9 slashing.
Okay. So, much like how Creon did, you disarm him. Only you got him up at the shoulder. Like
Either
Black
that or
Knight
maybe...
disarmed. Like the Black Knight disarmed.
I was going to say maybe do the feint so he thinks he's got an opening. Knock that arm to the side with the shield up.
Nice.
Nice.
Like knocks his hand to the side, completely lops it off, like probably closer to the elbow, like either here or here.
Mm-hmm.
His new nickname's going to be Stubby if he survives.
That's mean.
Well, this guy stabbed me in the back like a bitch.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else for your turn?
You know what? Just to be petty. Bonus action, offhand strike with the shield. If it hits, it's basically just punch directly to the face. I swear to God, if this ends up... It only does 1 damage, so I don't think it'll finish him. But just insult to injury. 16 to hit?
Oh, yeah, that hits.
So, 1 damage, just I broke his nose.
Yeah, he's now, like, you can see what's left of his arm trying to reach up, like the stub. Reach up as he goes to cover his nose. He drops his sword.
Oof.
Disarm and disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you give up now, you might live to tell the tale. Or you can die like he did.
As soon as you say that, I'm not going to make him roll the charisma save. He just starts running.
I'm actually not going to take the attack of opportunity. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let him run. I'm not a coward who's going to stab someone in the back.
We'll come back to him real quick in a second. So we'll skip him. Now it's Creon's turn. Creon's still in his rage. He's going to go at the one who's been shooting at Leandros because he's still pretty close. Swing with the sword. That hits. You know, I honestly should look to see what extra rages he got.
Should be an extra 2 damage.
Or not rages, but I meant his other shit for being Totem Warrior. Okay. Another thing. So yeah, so that's 8 damage. Which actually, the panda was low enough on that.
Drink up, me hearty yo-ho.
Oh.
Hiya, numbers.
Okay, so yeah, self-care special, which is my Freya's call. So hydrate, stretch, posture, and then another hydrate. Oh, but also high numbers.
Yes.
Oh god, that actually feels really good. Thank you.
That's all, yeah. Slouching.
Yeah.
I need to do that more often.
Alright. But Creon just bisects this guy in half, like, because I just binged it the other day. Do you remember the way that in the Kingsman, the very beginning, the dude got cut in half by the lady with the prosthetic legs?
Right, yeah.
It was like that. So, that's pretty much all of them dead, and as you all look to see the one who chose to run away from Deimos, he gets probably a good 30 feet before he just slumps. As I want all you to roll perception checks.
That's an
16.
8 plus 3. 12. No, 11.
11.
I got the same thing.
11.
16.
Alright, so Creon and Deimos are the only ones who are going to notice this. But they look and see that an arrow actually struck on the back, and they turn and they see a lone figure on another hill. And this figure is going to start walking down to y'all, but he's going to put his bow away. He's actually going to hold his hands up to show he's not meant to here to fight.
Just gives a head tilt, kind of turns slightly sideways, keeping the shield hugged tight just to skinnier target. He's not sheathing his blade just yet. Not till this guy decides he wants to talk and shows cases, because maybe he wants to close distance. Maybe he was with the bandits.
Do Leandros and Colette see this guy now that he's closer?
Yeah, once he gets closer, you guys are able to see him. When you see that he's actually wearing some pretty light armor for the most part, he literally looks like he's a hunter.
Colette will probably run back towards Leandros. Are you okay? Are you still hurt?
No, I'm not. It's not as not as bad as it was. Thank you.
Right. Prepare your ground. The fight might not be over.
Leandros, come here.
Leandros hesitates a moment, and then he steps towards Demos.
How many hit points are you missing?
3.
He just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. You see the green, almost like gold and green threads go from the arm, wrap around you, finding the wounds as we use lay on hands.
As this is happening, Colette's standing in front of them, keeping a very close eye on the approaching figure.
Oh, thank you. So that was 3 hit points.
Mm-hmm. So you're now
Okay.
back to full.
Oh, thank you, Demos.
Welcome. Now let's see what this stranger wants. I let that guy go so we could live to spread our tales. Guess that's not happening now.
No. If there's one, I mean, historically, dead men are not good at telling tales.
Mm. He also shot a man in the back as he was running.
Hmm.
Does not give me the vibes of honor.
No, but if he was, that's clearly not an ally of these bandits either.
No. Let's see what he wants, and he'll actually start approaching the individual, still keeping his shield up and still keeping his shield at his side.
Be on your guard. Let's be on our guard, though. Yeah. Leandros takes a deep breath, steady his nerves, and he walks. He looks back at Colette and Creon, and then he kind of follows behind Demos to go talk to this other guy.
Colette's probably cooling off from her anger. She scanning the bodies and seeing the approaching figure, she'll probably motion towards Creon to follow further behind, letting them have the ability to talk, but be ready to fight just in case.
Oh, Creon was already moving up. Like, he was already trying to get in a position like that.
And I'm right behind him.
Yeah, because when you're saying that, as you realize he was already doing it, you hear a low growl come from him. Alright, but you guys get to a certain point. He'll stop within about 15 feet of you. Still keeping his hands up, showing that he has no weapons drawn. Because now that he's up close, you do see he's wearing some very standard, like, hunting gear. You know, a little bit of armor to help protect against some of the beasts he may fight, like lions and such. You see his quiver, all that stuff. He'll say, "You guys seem like you need a hand there."
No. The one running away to tell our tales needed one, but... You set me up! You set me up for it, I'm sorry.
Clipping that. Keep going.
I was showing him mercy and letting him live so that he could tell our tales to any others who might decide to accost us. That's no longer relevant, it would seem, as you shot him in the back.
Well, mercy isn't something I'm used to. Especially, hold on. Give me 1 second. Where the fuck is it? I know one of y'all is at least gonna slap me for this, but I am... Yeah, because mercy tends to border with naivete.
I would
Or
say
naivety, sorry. I'm tired. I can't English.
It's okay. It was close enough. Well, I would say that rather depends on to whom that mercy is directed. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
Well, I can tell you're not from around these parts. Who are you and what are you doing here? Especially considering you probably came for the Despair Lands. Not many people can get through there in one piece.
And what reason do we have to share our business with you? For all we know, you could be part of another force swooping in to finish the job where they failed, and I indicate like the corpses behind us.
If that was the case, do you really think I would walk up here? Because for reference, when he shot the man in the back, he was a good 200 yards away.
Fair enough.
You could be playing the long game. Get us to let our guard down, travel with us for a bit. When we least suspect it, strike.
I'm a hunter. I don't play games. If I see the shot, I take the shot. As you just witnessed there, and he'll motion to the corpses behind you as well, specifically to the one he did.
It's not
do
a
you
bad
hunt?
shot.
I was like, which one was trying to speak there?
I think we
Sorry.
both said the same thing
Yeah. I
at
said,
the
"What do you
same
hunt?"
time. Oh,
Okay.
I said, what do you want?
Alright, and then what did you say,
Close enough.
Colette?
What do you hunt?
Okay, yeah, pretty close. After he asked you to repeat, because it's pretty much what I said there about who said what was what he said. He's like, what I want, again, is to know who you are and why you came through the Despair Lands. And when it comes to hunting, it's whatever I need. I don't take anything past that.
Well, the reason we came from the Despair Lands, as you call them, is we were directed there on a mission of great
Nice.
import. Great, almost of the profoundest sort of import, and our travels just happened to take us through there. Just
He's
as our
going to look
travels
at...
Just
Okay.
as our travels happen to take us this way.
He's going to look at you, Leandros, when you say... He's going to look you up and down going like... Profound mission, Yeah...
As the fates would say.
I guess you can call it that. Looks like you guys are just thrill-seeking to me, especially with that fight.
They attacked us
out.
first.
Pulls out the little holy symbol and just lets it like free hang off the string. We follow the string of fate wherever it may guide us.
And actually, you know what? Sam, when you pull your spindle out, the symbol,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to see it start to move around like a dowsing rod, almost. As it just spins and spins. And it'll stop, and it's pointing behind you, back toward the corpses.
Clever bastard. He just pulls the bow back off, draws the arrow for it, just aims at the corpse at the head and fires.
Nothing happens. Your spindle is still pointing toward the corpse, though.
Deimos, what does that mean?
Did you disconnect its string?
Let's find out. Start approaching the body. Probably
Right behind
flipping it over.
As you get
Leandros
closer...
Leandros draws his sword again.
As you draw closer and closer, your spindle's going to start glowing in a combination of green and red. As it's a very tight, the glow's going to start very loose, as it's rotating around the spindle. But as it gets closer and closer, you're going to see the energy is almost manifesting strings as it wraps around the spindle more. As it points towards the captain's bag, which is still on his back, not bloodied.
Flip him out. Just kind of flip the body over so we can get into it.
Yeah, well, no, the bag's on his back, so you don't have to flip his body over.
Oh, never mind then.
Because the way he fell, his bag pretty much landed on his ass.
So we're just with one hand holding the spindle up carefully, with the other open it.
And you're going to see the same light coming from within the bag once it's open.
We'll reach right in.
So you're going to see what looks like an actual spindle, but the more edged part of it looks more like what you would see on a rope dart.
It's almost like one of their old, like, broadhead spears.
Mm-hmm. And what do?
Immediately just pull it out.
So as soon as you touch it, your whole body goes rigid, and the rest of you seeing this, you just see him and the corpse just get surrounded by that green and red energy.
Uh-oh.
Deimos?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh no, you can't hear each other through this. As Deimos, as all you see is just the threads of fate surrounding you. And you're just going to hear a voice. You will learn its power soon enough. And then the glow's gone.
What happened? What was that?
A message.
Yes, clearly, but from who?
Just looks back and just smiles.
Nevled.
Tell me something. I'm guessing it has a string of some kind or some sort of ribbon coming off of it.
Almost. I'll describe a bit more detail in a second. Because, Leandros, your lyre is starting to strum itself.
Huh? What is this? Do I recognize? Do I happen to recognize the tune that it's strumming, or is it just random notes?
No, because right now it is random. It's in disharmony.
What's happening?
Follow the thread. Wherever it leads you.
Try to walk in a direction, see if the music notes coordinate.
Barely thinking. I guess Leandros kind of moves his lyre around almost like a dowsing rod, seeing if the changing the direction changes the makes the music change in any way.
It does. As you start turning and turning, some of the notes begin to harmonize. And when you start to overtune, so to speak, it goes back in disharmony. So once you find that harmony spot, you start moving that direction. And as it gets closer to where it's guiding you, it'll actually start forming an actual like musical composition. And you're going to see, even though it wasn't there before, you're going to see what looks like a jar hidden underneath one of the corpses. Almost like a vase.
So like this, this is what's... So yeah, that's what the lyre was leading me to.
Mm-hmm.
Leandros looks back at the others and just kind of slowly goes down to carefully pick it up.
As soon as you touch it, your body also goes rigid. Only this time, instead of it being the threads that were surrounding Deimos, it almost looks like a vase erupts from the ground and covers you. You cannot see or hear anything from the outside.
Ah, shit. The Minotaur's back.
Oh, he found us again.
And then you're going to hear... You will find your chord. You will find your music. You will understand its power. And then the vase just sinks back in. And the vase you picked up is now a lyre.
Another one?
Mm-hmm. It actually replaced yours. Your old one's gone.
What? What?
And your
What-
lyre, just so you can describe, so the outside, the actual frame of it, it's still made out of wood, but it actually has a stony complexion to it. Like, it's as flexible as wood should be for, it's as flexible, the material is made the way a lyre should be made, but it feels like it's made of stone. And the strings are almost water-like in texture. Then all of you are going to see Creon as he just looks up, and you're going to see a storm cloud form above him as he is now surrounded by a wall of water from the storm. And
I just saw Markov's message.
God damn it. Well, let me see this to see if I need to slap him.
Yes.
Okay, I'll remember that for next session. Anyway. But when Creon comes back out of essentially the torrent, you're going to see he still has a long sword. Like the way his sword normally looked, where it was almost like that, almost like a pirate scimitar, just in a longsword form. But along the blade, there's a thunderbolt etched into it. And on the pommel, there's a mini trident. And I'll let you guys hear what he hears when Will comes back after all of his productions for classes.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, Colette. You're actually going to notice the flowers you normally carry on you. You're going to see them start to suddenly bloom out of your bag. But they're pointing toward a single direction.
We'll just start walking.
It's actually leading you to the corpse that you did inflict wounds on.
Alright. She sees the flowers leading her to this direction. She kind of starts trotting towards it. And using her stick, she will, kind of move through the growth of the weeds.
Oh, you don't even need to do that, because when you get on top, you're actually going to notice it looks like in just the brief moment that all this stuff has been happening, there's a sapling growing from the weeds.
She'll bend down and cup it.
And as soon as you do so, you're going to find yourself engulfed in a wall of flowers. And you're going to hear, and you're rigid too, just like everyone else went.
Yeah.
And you're then going to be hearing, everything must grow, everything must wither. It is ours to tend. You will find its power. And when the wall disappears, your quarterstaff was also replaced. Now, instead of it being made what looked like out of pine, essentially, it looks like it's made out of a combination of woods. You notice parts of it is oak, some of it elder, some of it yew. And in 3 segments, you're gonna find it's almost divided in 3 segments with how the woods are done. Like, but it's still one solid piece. Like, there's no breaking of it.
Yeah.
But on the oak side, you're gonna see the symbol of the acorn. With the U, you're gonna see a sapling. Oh no, sorry, not a sapling, a full-grown tree. And on the elder side, you're gonna see a scythe. And then, as you guys are all standing there, you're going to turn back. The hunter's gone.
What? What was that?
What else
A
could
gift.
it be?
A gift.
Actually,
Yeah. Yes, I suppose so. Look, perhaps we should
This is
take
a
this as
message.
the sign that we're on the right track.
Exactly.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Ah,
I think
So-
we should be back next week, shouldn't he?
wow.
Well, it wouldn't be next week because remember this is our normal week, so but it should be the next session. He should be back.
Next session.
I can. If you. Okay.
So, and I'll make sure I put this in the chat for us. But all your items do give you a slight boost for now.
Ooh.
So, Leandros, whenever you use your
Yeah.
leer, you will get a +1 to performance.
Okay.
Ooh.
To Deimos, insight.
Ooh.
And then to Colette, let me double check my thing here real quick to remember which one I was going to give you. Because I was like flip flopping through a lot of these. Nature, that's right. Actually, no, yours was +1 to survival.
All right.
Ooh. Survival's a useful one too.
Yep. And I will go and let you know there will be more stuff for these down the road.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, they're evolving items.
And
excited.
it does not take up attuned spots for you.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay,
You're getting
okay.
these just right off the bat. Alright? So don't say I didn't do nothing for you.
I love it.
You're gonna have to describe that for me. For the pool itself. If you could send the description to me so I can draw it, possibly,
yeah,
or
I
put
can
it
definitely do
into
so.
like
Oh
here,
god.
here, just
I can imagine you doing like a picture of all 4 of them together.
Yeah.
Like all
Yeah.
the items.
So, yeah, but like I said, that's where we're going to go ahead and end it tonight. We're going to go ahead and go around and say who you are, who you played, and you know what? I want to see what your ideas are on the purpose of these items. I'm just curious where your all's mindsets are on these. So let's go ahead and go. We're going to go in reverse order and start with Deimos.
Ooh. So, again, what is up, y'all? I am Sam, Markov on most socials when I have the time to work on it. Otherwise, you can find me over at the Starfield doing some variety streams or on a few other channels once they start picking back up again, other than here. I've been Deimos, the Ancients Paladin Satyr. The item could very well be a I almost started to say holy item, but no, that seems kind of redundant and reductive. Holy symbol, but I think it's a bit more than that. Especially considering it was talked about like the edges more resembling a spear. Maybe it could be fashioned into a dagger, maybe into a spear, maybe something else entirely. Maybe considering how the way the item reacted, maybe it needs a rope or chain or something added to it. Or has one already.
You're muted.
Let's go ahead and go to Leandros.
Okay. I'm Miles. I played AKA Turquoise Bard, and I played Leandros the Bard. And this new liar, I call it a liar, whatever.
Liar, leer, tomato, tomato, Akuna Matata.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I mean, like, talking about the strings kind of seeming water-like. I mean, I guess... Or, like, water and stone are, like, things that are often associated with Ifara, so maybe this is, I guess this is, like, some form of some artifact of hers and, like, a form that I can use. I mean, it may, like, be connected to, maybe connected to, like, cities in some way. Honestly, I'm not really sure what to think about it just yet.
Okay. And then Jay?
Hi, I am Jay, or Ducky. I'm Boojay on most of my socials, and tonight I played Colette, the Karamecha cleric. And I think, at least in Colette's eyes, her previous quarterstaff was her first like act of devotion towards Karamecha. So it being like not like traded out, but upgraded in her eyes. And it's this like resurgence of faith for her goddess. It's just like it's like set in stone, like because she was having doubts a little bit, and this moment it was like a kind of like resurgence of her faith, and it was like a step in the right direction for her. We're on the right path.
Okay.
So she's excited.
Oh yeah, and I guess I did forget to mention that in Leandros' original lyre was it used to belong to his late father.
Yeah.
That's why he carried it with him. So I mean, he's kind of he's just kind of like a little shocked and a little sad at having it taken away from him so quickly.
Fair. Right.
I see a moment in the future, if you decide to bring it up, that could be very, very interesting and heartfelt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then again, I am Kel, also as a Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me all over the freaking place at this point. I play almost every Monday on Halfling Wizard Productions, every other Thursday on Halfling Wizard Productions, every other Wednesday here, every other Friday here, including this upcoming Friday, as well as TikTok and all that other good stuff. So I'm not doing my normal bit. I just got a text about an alarm at my store, so I got to go deal with that. So we're going to right now. Later, y'all.
Peace out, everybody. Good night.